Although some houses can get overstaged, and I have my certain feelings about that, but there are some pretty key points on why staging works. One is we know that over 90% of people start their home search online before they actually contact their realtor of choice. And that is a statistic through the National Association of Realtors. And for two, we know a further over 50% of people end up finding the home they're going to buy online before they call a realtor. So what are people doing? They're just eliminating. It's kind of like dating, right? They're swiping left on houses and they want to swipe right. So with that many people, with that percentages speaking to the process of elimination and people basically walking down the trail and you glance over and there's a gold piece at the bottom of the creek. That is what staging is for. That is what you want. You want it to attract people online, and then when they walk in the house, you want them to be able to envision themselves living in that particular home. That's why declutter is such a big thing. You want the countertops clean. You want all the carpets and rugs generally out of the way. You don't want to create false hallways and barriers by the back of sofa or chair blocking a window. You want to create those living areas. And so this is the thing I think where a lot of people struggle is a home that is nicely staged isn't necessarily a home that's nice to live in. Right? There's a huge difference. I remember a couple of years back, I had my stager go into a property. They utilized what was there because my client actually had really good taste and they were very tidy people. And so they reorganized what was there. And it was so funny because my clients actually would take their TV off above the mantle because actually, in this case, it sat on the mantle. It was a corner fireplace, so they could leave the TV on the stand. They would actually take the TV off, run it downstairs into the basement, throw it into a closet whenever there was a showing. And then if they happened to have a weekend where they would have a few showings and they knew ahead of time, they would maneuver the couch back to where the stager had it. They'd take the TV back off, but when showings were happening, they would move the couch back and they would actually put the TV back. And it became such a hilarious pain in the ass for them. They were joking about it all the time, but that is the reality, is sometimes a home that is perfectly staged is not a home that is perfect to live. Now, I'd love to know from you, have you ever been into a home that's been overstaged? Man, none of this stuff matches at all. Tell me your thoughts about staging in the comments.